Welcome to the very first episode of AI Insights Live, where we decode what's real, what's hype, and what's next for business AI. I'm Andres, your host and Chief Technology Strategist at Zeroday Cybersecurity. Right off the bat, here's your critical AI question of the day. Is AI replacing people, or is it revealing who's truly irreplaceable in your organization? This week, we're confronting one of the loudest fears out there, the pervasive idea that AI is coming for your job or your team's job. But what's the truth? AI doesn't replace people. It replaces tasks. And critically, the people who master leveraging AI will inevitably replace those who don't. It's a shift in skill, not a wholesale replacement of humanity. So let's kick off our very first zero-day strategic deep dive. We're unpacking the myth that AI means mass job displacement. The media loves a dramatic "robots are taking over" headline, but AI isn't about replacing people. It's about replacing inefficiency. AI excels at identifying and handling what's repeatable, rules-based, and time-consuming. Think about it. Excel didn't eliminate accountants. It made them inefficient. It made the inefficient ones obsolete. It empowered great ones to elevate their work to more strategic, valuable analysis. This brings us to a core zero-day principle: augmentation over automation. The highest, most sustainable value of AI in your business today isn't found in chasing full automation. It's achieved through smart augmentation. When your team members partner effectively with AI, they can analyze faster, they communicate with greater clarity, and critically, they focus on their unique human energy on what truly matters: judgment, complex problem solving, strategy, and building relationships. So AI doesn't remove those jobs. It fundamentally reshuffles value. Your value and your team's value skyrockets as you know how to prompt, verify, iterate, and strategically integrate AI. If you ignore it, your risks become the bottleneck. For those on Zoom, quick question. If you're currently looking at AI, which one are you thinking more about? Task augmentation or task automation or human augmentation? Oh, look, somebody told me I was on mute in the chat and I didn't see that. Both? Okay, cool. That's phenomenal. All right. So let's consider the zero-day philosophy of the AI first operator. We've identified 3 core traits for these individuals who thrive in an AI augmented workplace. First, workflow mastery. They have a deep understanding of what parts of their job AI can optimize. They're not guessing. They map processes, they test AI integration, and they track its impact. The second type is prompt precision. They elicit superior results from AI tools because they've honed the skill and are asking the right questions. They're providing the proper context, and they're fine-tuning AI outputs effectively. The third, judgment at its core. Critically, they don't let AI dictate decisions. They use its outputs to inform better, faster human choices. AI supports their thinking, and it doesn't replace their critical judgment. That's what makes an AI first operator indispensable. They're not just efficient, they're strategically enhanced. So what does this mean for hiring and leadership? You must evolve your questions. Stop asking only, what experience does this person have? And start asking, how AI capable is this person? Do they understand how to use digital leverage? So what's this concept of digital leverage? Well, it's critical and it warrants strategic focus. Digital leverage is a leadership skill of applying AI to multiply your team's output and strategic impact without proportionally multiplying the hours worked or the headcount. They don't just scale or hire more hands. You scale by enhancing decision-making, shortening project cycles, and systematically enabling friction. Think about your highest paid, most strategic team members. Now, honestly assess what percentage of their valuable time is spent on high-impact, high-strategy work versus formatting, scheduling, rewriting, updating, rechecking. That gap is where your tangible leverage lives. When business leaders become fluent in AI-enabled delegation, they can unlock 20, 30, or even 50% of strategic capacity across their organization. The real leverage isn't in replacing people. It's in unlocking their focus and amplifying their strategic capabilities. Now let's flip the coin. What's the real cost of not using AI? Too many leaders are fixated on what will this AI tool cost to implement? And far more critical and often unasked question is, what is it costing us not to implement AI right now? There's a hidden AI avoidance tax on your business every time a task that could be AI augmented isn't. Every slow email reply, every delayed proposal, every 60-minute meeting that yields no clear summary and no actionable follow-up. You pay this tax in lost time, diminished morale, missed opportunities, and an increased risk of burnout from your best people. And while you hesitate, your competitors aren't just experimenting. They're training AI on your customers today. They're building faster feedback loops. They're making better decisions with less friction. The opportunity cost of the AI avoidance is steep. It compounds relentlessly every quarter you wait. So what is AI's return on investment? Many leaders get this wrong. They look for immediate, simplistic cost cuts while reducing payroll instead of focusing on the long-term strategic value gains. AI isn't about reducing headcount. It's more profound than that. It's about increasing performance and capacity. Let's take on marketing. An AI content assistant can't replace your skilled marketing team. But it can still empower them to produce 3 times more content. They can be faster and they can target audiences. What about client services? AI can handle common queries 24/7, freeing up your expert human reps to focus on complex scenarios and deepening those client relationships. Your true ROI from AI comes from the strategic reallocation of human brain power, leading to breakthroughs where managers gain hours upon hours to concentrate on deep work. It's a phenomenal thing. What about reports that used to take hours? Now it can take minutes. What about projects that can move from idea to launch in days, not weeks? But none of that happens unless leadership rethinks how it defines and measures productivity in this new era. This leads to a pattern we're seeing, the AI reluctance gap. This is a growing divide between companies that act decisively on AI and those that delay their implementation. Reluctant leaders often cite budget constraints, compliance concerns, the fear of employee pushback. However, what they're usually avoiding is the accountability required to drive changes. As you roll out AI without a clear strategic outcome, it can feel risky. So here's the vital mind shift from Zeroday. Stop thinking of AI as just another initiative. Start treating it as an essential infrastructure like Wi-Fi or your CRM. AI is rapidly becoming a foundational technology. If you wait until everybody's comfortable, you're already significantly behind. All right, let's shift gears for our next segment. This Week in AI, the Zeroday Strategic Analysis. We'll cut through the noise to identify the signals that demand your strategic attention. First, 3 rapid-fire trends to track this quarter. 1, AI augmented recruiting. Companies are using AI not just to screen resumes, but to write job descriptions optimized by performance data. This is changing who gets hired and who never gets seen. 2, internal custom GPTs. More organizations are training their GPTs on internal documentation and workflows. This takes tribal knowledge, scalable, and dramatically accelerates onboarding. 3, AI with low-code platforms. Tools like Airtable, Notion, Monday.com are embedded AI directly into templates and automations, which is allowing AI to go down to the people who need it most. Now for a deeper analysis. Microsoft recently reported a massive spike in enterprise adoption of Copilot. Sounds like a clear win. However, here's a clear insight from Zeroday that's been buried in the data. Usage has been inconsistent, and many companies aren't seeing the expected productivity gains. Why? Well, because without structured training, clear expectations, deliberate process integrations, every powerful AI becomes a shiny tool that collects dust on that shelf back there. This is your strategic wake-up call. Buying AI doesn't make your business AI enabled. You need integrated systems. You need clear AI use policies, a culture that embraces augmentation, and dedicated leadership driving the transformation, not just because you're approving these tool purchases. My advice, pick one team, one critical workflow, and one clear desired outcome. Pilot AI's use intentionally. Measure its story to build momentum across your company, and a quick pivotal point in the human experience. So, big news that I just recently saw in the news, Pace University used AI to pronounce students' names during graduation. It was a phenomenal idea. It worked, but some graduates thought, it kind of lacked humanity. This forces us to confront a deeper strategic question. Just because AI can do something, should it? Especially when the core human experience is at stake. It's not just about efficiency, it's also about designing a system that is built around humans. All right. So for those of us that have joined us on the Zoom, if you have some questions, please send me send a one in the chat if you got a question. I'll dig in. I got one right here. First question I got is, how do I get my employees to adopt AI without making them feel threatened? All right. In my point of view, I reframe it as more of a promotion of their capabilities, not a punishment or a precursor or a replacement. Make AI a supportive tool that automates mundane tasks. Start with clear use cases that provide immediate relief and benefit, and publicly celebrate your early adopters as innovations lead to change. Do we have any other second questions out in the chat? Let's see. Oh, I got one more for you guys while you type it up. What's the first AI tool I should use or I should implement for my non-technical team? Well, I would start with something like intuitive, high impact. Like, honestly, most people nowadays know what ChatGPT is. I would start with ChatGPT or Gemini, but be very careful what you tell them to do with it. But it's relatively easy to break the ice. Have them do some basic copy and some marketing or something like that. Like I do a lot of papers with it, but it builds confidence to move them into more advanced tools later. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground. So if you're still wondering whether AI is going to eliminate jobs, let me reiterate the core message with a slight twist. AI itself won't replace you, but a competitor or a professional who strategically leverages AI will create a significant advantage. It's time to upgrade the way your organization works. If you're a business leader looking for expert guidance in finding and implementing high-impact, safe, efficient AI tools and strategies, I invite you to continue the strategic conversation. You can visit us at zerodaycyber.com, or you can scan the QR code at the end and explore how we can help you for this AI augmented future. Now, before we wrap up this first episode, here's my final strategic mandate from us at Zeroday. Make AI your co-pilot, not your perceived competitor. Look across your business this week. Identify one critical task where your best people are currently wasting valuable time. That's your first AI augmentation opportunity. Seize it. And be sure to join us next week for AI Insights Live. We're tackling something more profound and a bit darker, but critical for every leader: the shadow AI at work. What are your employees using without your approval, and what are the risks? You don't want to miss this critical discussion. I'm Andres from Zeroday Cybersecurity, and this has been AI Insights Live. And remember, the most potent weapon in your business isn't the technology, it's your strategic leadership. Let's harness it.